Welcome back to Mbuya Nyamkuta Glass Table Talk. I'm Connie.
Gogotari here.
Right. In our last segments, we talked about things to look out for on your baby and when to seek medical attention. Now, everything's fine with our baby. Let's see it at the milestones. When do we expect babies to be doing what? When do we expect the baby to smile, to crawl, to walk? When do we expect that? I'll start with the smile because...
Before you go there, I think if you can touch on the skin.
Yeah.
Developments of the skin, and then we get into that.
Let's not forget that when babies are born, they've been in a sterile environment, inside where they are protected by, that waxy vernix. I think I did put a picture on Facebook. The waxy vernix that protects them from the amniotic fluid. They're in the amniotic fluid. That's a sterile environment. That's the baby's own environment. And then they come into the world. They get some, first of all, we wrap them in a towel that's foreign to their body, to their skin. Babies normally react by having these little blotches all over. It's like a raised rash all over. It can be a little bit pink. So it's pinker than everything else, and it can look really angry and look a bit alarming. But it's just the baby adapting to the world, basically. So don't be too alarmed. And it normally happens within the first 24 to 48 hours whilst you're still in the hospital anyway. So consult with your midwives, consult with your doctors, and just be given the reassurance that it's nothing to worry about.
Yeah, going back to the milestones now.
Where were we talking about? Milestones. Smiling. Many people say babies smile straight away. Yes, they give these cute little smiles when they're in their sleep or, that's not like the interactive smile. When babies are born, their eyes can see, but they're a bit hazy. But around about 4 to 6 weeks time, you can see that babies start following objects, especially when you're hanging anything on the cot. They start following those objects. The babies can now see there is something. They start following you around the room. If you move, they notice that my mom is moved. And that's around the same time that they'll smile back if you smile at them. Very important to capture that face smile on camera. You always have your phones in your hand, so I know you'll catch that face smile. You look back at it and just always keep smiling about that face smile. So between the first 6 to 8 weeks, your baby will start following objects and start responding back and start actually realizing and knowing your face and dad's face and the familiar people around. I'll hand you over to Tari.
Right, if you can just tell me the months, and then we'll...
4 to 6 months.
4 to 6 months. So I think, baby, we just want to touch the milestones. Baby, but we just want to tell you the age that the baby is supposed to do a particular thing. So initially, a baby sits and it's supported, right? And then after that, a baby sits on their own. This what age is this? Unsupported.
Unsupported between 4 to 6 months, some up to 8 months, depend on when you started to support your baby.
So 8 months, beyond 8 months, kana mwana sata akukara. Then it means pane ka delay mukukura kwa mwana ndatu to milestones and then you then ask kukaonenda kuskero mwanangu asikugara handiti asati akugara unonotona vamwe vanoti pamunoenda kunoweya vana kana muchienda kunoweya vana
which you should
unotona kuti vamwe vana vanenge vachigara handiti don't be stressed about it. Some babies will delay a certain milestone and then they jump to another milestone and then they do it quick. So don't be worried about it. So mwana wedu akugara apedza kugara takuexpecta kuti mwana atangoita sei atange
reach
out for zvinhu
reach out for things.
handiti be very careful because at this stage that's where a lot of accidents happen because baby just pulls zvinhu.
They'll grab a cup of tea whilst they're drinking it and pour it all over
they've
themselves.
got a lot of strength vana. I don't know if ikuti vana simbero ravo
the fastest human being
akabata bhonzo raunenge uchidya iwe vanogona kutori da kurisa mukana zvotinotota zoribvisa bhonzo iwe so ngarai makagadzirira kuti vana kana vapane that stage vane maaccidents move away zvinhu zvokuti vanogona kukuvadzwa nazvo put zvinhu padenga denga handiti at the same time don't put zvinhu zviri heavy pane pekuti vanogona kuti akadhonza anodonherwa ne that thing kukuvara musoro. So always think chinhu chatikahenga apa kana mwana akadhonza akuvara here, chinhu chiri apa ichi mwana akadhonza akuvara here. So just look around in the house to see if everything is safe for the baby wherever it will be.
Tichiri papo, something just struck my mind. My charger, a phone.
Yes.
Be very careful where you're leaving your chargers, especially when you've got babies who are crawling around, because a baby instinctively, everything they touch, it goes into their mouth. Imagine mwana ari kutora charger, kuisa charger mkanwa, charger yakakonectwa pamagetsi. So be very careful about that. In my electrical devices is and my cables are, be careful about them.
And then tapedza zvozvo mwana wedu akudhonza zvinhu handiti akurakidza kuti akuda kuita sei, akuda kumira kuti anyatsosvikira
akambaira
handiti asati akambaira handiti takuda kuti zvoni akwanisa kukambaira
between 6 to 10 months mwana wedu anokwanisa kunge akutanga, vamwe vana vanokurumidza.
So akuda kukambaira mwana tambotaura zvekuti you need to check kuti zvoni hapana gombo rokusarira kumashure here handiti zvofanira kuenderana kukambira kunenge kuchiita mwana. Kana achingoriliva gumbo rimwe kumashure, there is definitely something going on.
Pana mwana anenge achigwesha investigate kuti sei asiri kuita on all fours kukambaira ikoko,
sei ari kuita zvokugwesha kana kuti anongokambira kunge akadiki over atogara kuti anga aneta. At times that baby might be overweight handiti, so that baby might not be able to go for a distance achikambaira. It means kuti ari kuremerwa handiti. Saka we want to know kuti is this baby not overweight. If the baby is overweight, then you need to know kuti urikufeedha mwana sei. Are you not overfeeding the baby? Are you not giving baby too many large portions of whatever zvauri kupa mwana handiti. Have you not started to introduce solids kune mwana asati ane 6 months? You need to look at all those things handiti. So crawling handiti akambaira mwana, akambaira the next thing akuda kusosumuka handiti anotanga kumira ane months mangani
6 to 9 months standing with support
anti with support yekuti ari kubatirira hembe yako iwo kuti amire kana kuti ari kubatirira zvimwe zvinhu
anoti akakambaira akanomira pasofa obva asumuka
ozemberera pasofa handiti. Kana akapfuura 9 months asati akukambaira, obviously kugara tinge tichiaswimoti akugara kuti azoita sei, azoenda panext milestone yekuita sei yekukambaira, then that's now a cause for concern. Mumwe anongoti achigara nekubva atoita sei nekukambaira, vana vanongoita all sorts of things.
They do all sorts of things.
Exactly. But it's just tongokutaurira kuti zveni by such an age anofanira nga akuita zvakati, by such an age anofanira nga akuita zvakati handiti. And then kumira ega without support, how many months?
9 to 12 months.
9 to 12 months akwanisa nga akumira ega. Ukana mwana apfuura 1 year asati agona kumira, 1 year is a long time handiti. Then there's something going on. Makumbo ake pamwe pane zviri kuitika makumbo ake, pamwe pane coordination dziri kuitika kubrain apa zvose kucoordinatana zvakanaka kuti brain itaurire body kuti wakwanisa kumira, unokwanisa kumira izvezvi age wavo you can stand on your own handiti. So that baby needs to be seen by the pediatricians and then they do my investigations nema tests to see what's happening with the baby.
Apa pakumira akutarisa kuti akufamba. Kazhinji kacho when they stand, the first thing they want to do is take a step vanombodona and just keep encouraging baby. That brings us to subject yema walkers. They are good, but I've just read somewhere, I really need to look deeper into it, that sometimes they can actually impede natural development. So be careful about those things as well. So walking, we expect mwana kuti by at least 24 months, between 12 to 24 months. Usazosiya kusvika ku 24 months mwana achitadza kufamba achingogara. Ukaona kusvika ku 18 months uko mwana asati akufamba, it's something that you should start thinking kuenda nemwana kumachiremba kuti mwana wangu asati akufamba akaita milestones ake apa neapa neapa. It's very important kunyora pasi pakatanga kuitika pese panotanga mwana wako kuitika something. Keep those dates in a diary or kana mine ka little book kanonyora milestones emwana wako, even if it's electronic on your phones, write those things down, because pakazodileka something when you take mwana ku hospital kana kwachiremba, they will ask you kuti akatanga kutambaira rini, akatanga kuita sei rini. You need to have those dates, proper dates. It's important to keep those proper dates. If you are in a country or a healthcare system where you are given those red books, they've got a timeline where you jot down when your child started doing things. That's very important when you look at the overall development yemwana when they made their milestones, going back to actually when they were born. What was their APGAR score? And when did they reach their milestones? How did we get here now? Delay. So it's very important to do that. Tuenda panyaya yemazino. This is going to be a little bit longer because we want to wrap this up in one video. Panyaya yemazino mwana anotanga kubuda on average vana vanobuda mazino between 6 to 12 months. Vamwe vana vanoti nonokei, vamwe vana vanoti kurumidzei. I remember mwana weshamwari yangu by 3 months anga kutobuda mazino. Saka vamwe vana vanogona kuti kurumidzei, average time is between 6 to 12 months, with vamwe on the extremes of either end. But what is important is by 3 years mwana anofanirwa anga abuda mazino ake ese emkanwa. Tichiri panyaya iyoyo, masweets nezvinhu zviri sweet ngatizvidelay kuvana kana vari vadiki, because wangu chaiye mwana akatanga kubviswa zino aine 4 years because ranga raora. So this is something I know from experience, and zvakatraumatiza mwana wangu zvekuti anotya kuenda kwadentist nanhasi because he was subjected to that when he was very young. And I would want to exonerate myself, it was the dad, not me. Do you want to add anything about that?
Okay, I wanted to talk about my sweets. Could you unotona mwana anenge angori nelollipop shit akaberwa kumzana anenge akangobata lollipop, anenge akangobata lollipop. So mashinzwera kuti zveni vana vanoora mazino, vanoita
fizzy drinks, itai mashoma kwana. Kana muri kupa vana squash, make sure it's really diluted. Kunge dilute kana stepmother. Really dilute it. And the other nyaya tanga chitaura earlier on is about mazino kuti anogona anogona kutanga ekumusoro kana ekuzasi. Generally vanotanga kubuda ekuzasi. But pane vamwe vana vanotanga kubuda mazino ekumusoro. Please, I'm begging you, do not traumatize that baby by getting the elders to pull out those teeth. It's not a nice feeling for the mother. It's definitely not a nice feeling for the baby. So kana akatanga kubuda ekumusoro, there is so many myths surrounding kuti mwana atanga kubuda mazino ekumusoro, anzi akaruma vamwe vanofa, akaroora mukadzi anofa, akaita sei. Why am I worrying about your wife? Or a husband? When a baby is a baby, let the baby be. So mazino anogona kutanga kubuda ekumusoro kana ekuzasi. Do not traumatize that baby, please. So I don't know whether Beatari has got anything more.
I just wanted to talk about artificial tooth. There's no really false tooth actually, as a result of my hormones of pregnancy. That could be like soon after birth. That is not going to go on to the baby. It's got something like.
A full set of teeth, but and it's something I can imagine now in our culture. When a child is born with a full set of teeth, I can imagine that poor child being subjected to all forms of conspiracies and theories and myths. It's just genes and hormones gone haywire, and do not subject that baby to aligning it with any witchcraft or anything. It's not nice for that baby to grow up with that stigma.
Yeah.
So on that note, thank you for listening, and I hope this helps someone out there.
Thank you, Zukuru. See you next time.
Thank you.